Okay, this is going to be a little introduction to the My Logo project. It says, you will design and construct a personal logo, like your sign, whatever it is, about you, made of a minimum of 3 constructions and 2 colors, including black and white. So, if it's black and white, is that good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just black, it's not good. If it's just white, obviously it's not good. It would be invisible. Your logo will say something about who you are, what you stand for, and what is important to you. It can and should be simple, okay? Don't be too fancy, but must be unique. Okay, so it can be simple. If you think about a lot of the best logos out there, like the Texaco logo, just that star with a T on it, simple, but it's unique, and everybody recognizes it. That's what a good logo is. You will provide angles and side measurements for all elements, plus a 100-word paper explaining why you chose the elements you chose. Finally, you will unveil your logo for the class. That means you're going to show everybody your logo and tell them about how you made it. Logo should be large enough to fill a normal piece of paper. Please provide this paper for grading purposes. Okay, that's this paper. Now, we're going to start with a basic idea. So I had this idea. Actually, this was inspired by Jenny Loera last year.
You made it up?
So it no, just her name. What are Jenny Loera's initials?
J.A.
J.L.
J.L.
Huh. So I kind of.
Mine's JP.
No one asked you.
Really?
So what's cool about JL, of course, is that you can make it look like an arrow pointing downwards. Capital J, capital L, something like that.
That's cool.
Okay, so then to get the idea of how maybe to turn this basic idea. So what is it? Well, it's an arrow, so it's like an arrow pointing downward, or maybe it's an anchor. You know, it can signify being rooted. It can signify you're down. But whatever. I mean, it's a logo. It's still open to interpretation. But it's in how you color it. It's in how you make the lines that kind of make it what it is. I'm going to need a straight edge. Can I get a straight edge real quick? Thank you, sir. Okay, so basically, my vision of this is that it can be an equilateral triangle. And here's what I mean. I'm going to do it fairly large. I'm even going to do a 6-inch side length. So, of course, 6 inches. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
But the logo should be fairly large. The final version of the logo should be fairly large. And so, of course, there's a construction, right? So that's one construction. That was the equilateral triangle construction. Now, I have a triangle, but I want to divide this line right down the middle. So how can I do that? Well, here's an idea.
Make a parallel.
I can make a perpendicular bisector of this segment or an angle bisector of this angle.
Perpendicular bisector.
He votes for perpendicular bisector. That's fine.
It's easier.
So he says. He might be right. I don't know. Okay, so here's perpendicular bisector. And of course, once I have that, I can line that up, and it takes me back towards right there. Okay, so now I've got, this is my half is my J, this half is my L. Here's another one. What I'm going to do to get this line is another perpendicular bisector for this segment, another one from this segment. They're going to get me this little segment and this segment. And then the rest of it is going to be kind of a little bit freehand with minor measurements.
Perpendicular bisector?
Yep, perpendicular bisector to this segment. Watch what I do. If I do a perpendicular bisector here, let's use the compass right even. I like that idea. Ooh, floppy compass syndrome. The worst. This perpendicular bisector will be right here. Now I'm not going to make it long. I'm just going to make it, let's say, half an inch. Yeah, half an inch would be good. Right there. So what I'm doing is making this line right here. You see how it's halfway? Then I do another one over here. So it's another perpendicular bisector.
What does it say?
And again, it's going to be half an inch. And so what I've got here is this and this. Now, I can take this and go towards here, so I think that's what I'll do. I will make this, I think, 1 inch. So to right there and right here. Now, if you think about this, how far is this and how far is this?
1 inch.
1 inch. So that's 1 inch and that's 1 inch. Are they the same distance from here?
Yeah.
So if I connect them, will they be parallel?
Yes.
Yes, they will.
Will they?
Yep. They have to be because they're the same distance consistently across. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to within half an inch of here. So go from here to here. I will firm up this line and this line, and then I come straight down. So to half an inch, from half an inch to half an inch. So come down here. I'll mark where half an inch is here and half an inch is here. And I'm going to go straight here, construct this and this, and I will do these ones in the same way, half an inch to here. So I basically find out where the two lines intersect. And that keeps this at half an inch and this at half an inch. So we have J and, oh,
And then complete out.
you know what? There's the mistake. There's the L. There's the L. And there's the J. The J is the whole top. That's what
You
it is.
shouldn't have drawn that line right there.
Yeah, so this line doesn't belong there, or I could extend it up there. It was an oversight. But it's a capital J and an L to the right of it. Then I just choose my colors. I can do any embellishments that I want. But we want to start with using geometric constructions. So what you need to turn in, your original sketch of the basic idea, then your construction with all the arc marks and stuff and the measurements. So for instance, half inch. What's the measure of this angle right here?
What?
What's the measure of this angle?
60?
60, of course. And let's think about this. What would be the measure of this angle?
90?
90, because it was a perpendicular bisector, right? And so what's the measure of these angles down here?
45?
No.
No. 30.
30. Why are they 30?
Because they're half of 60.
Half of 60, exactly. Is that making sense to you
So
guys?
you have to say the things you use to construct another.
Yes, I want to see the construction marks in your essay. You're going to write a 100-word essay. You're going to describe how you did it. Yep, what you used. Okay, so then is this the final one?
No.
No, the final one is going to be full color, no construction marks, no measurements, just your logo. Okay? So I need a sketch, I need a construction, I need a final logo, I need a 100-word essay, and a presentation.
100-word essay?
100 word. You know how much 100 words is?
No.
Half a page.
Oh.
I know, 100 words sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot. Okay, so are there any last questions?
Yeah, why do we have to write an essay?
Because you need to be able to verbally describe what you did.
Oh, okay. So it's like our presentation sheet?
And then you could present, don't read from the sheet, but use it as a cue sheet, use it to remind yourself. You can say a little bit about what it means, you know, why you chose the colors, why you chose the design that you chose, if you chose to make letters or shapes or whatever it is, what it is that you're trying to say with that, then how you constructed it, and how you measured it. That's about it. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, thanks. All right, we're going to look at the rest of the My Logo project. So, as you can see right here, this is the construction. And in the construction, you can see the angle measures. These are 30 degrees because it's an equilateral triangle, and this was an angle bisector. As you can see the arcs up here. This is an angle bisector creating a 30 and a 30. The sides have been measured. This is 2.5 inches. This is half an inch. All the angles have been measured. These are 90-degree angles, half inch, 2.5 inches. 60 degrees, 120 degrees. All the measurements are provided. All the side lengths, all the angle measures are provided. So that's the construction. So that's the second thing. The first thing was the sketch, the second is the construction, and the third is the finished product. And this is the logo. Now, for your presentation, what you do is you explain what you've got. So this is a J and an L. But it also has a downward-facing arrow and then these inward-facing arrows. So the arrows point to dynamism. The downward-facing arrow can mean, well, whatever you want it to mean. So your explanation has to tell why you made the decisions that you did. So again, you've got your original sketch, then you've got your construction, and finally you've got your final logo. And that's what you'll present to the class. Okay?